morning, children. I hope you are all safe and fine. And today's our topic is towns, traders, and craft people. As a part of history, we have to see this, particularly in the medieval period. So, which is considered medieval period in history, that is 8th century AD to 18th century AD is considered medieval period in Indian history. So in the medieval period, some towns became very famous, and we are going to see about those important towns. Particularly, you have to see the classification of towns first. What are the types of towns here? The number one is capital towns. Number two is temple towns and pilgrim centers, pilgrimage centers, and number three is trading centers. Number four is new towns. Number five is they have described about Hampi, and six is Machilipatnam, and number seven is Surat. Try to understand. Here the towns they have mentioned about capital towns, temple towns and pilgrimage centers, trading centers, new towns, and they have mentioned particularly about Hampi, Machilipatnam, Surat. Now first one we will see the capital towns. What are capital towns? See, particularly in the medieval period, some places became very famous as they acted as capital for some of the important kingdoms. They have mentioned few important places like Delhi, Ajmer, Agra, Lahore, Fatehpur Sikri. So in this way, all these places which acted as, even Vijayanagara also. What is that? Vijayanagara also, which acted as particularly Vijayanagara, particularly some places near Hampi, which acted as important center for Vijayanagara kingdom. So what I have mentioned here, some of the important places like Delhi, Ajmer, Agra, Lahore, Fatehpur Sikri, Vijayanagara, all these were the important places which are mentioned here as temple towns. This first one. And second important thing, during medieval period particularly, what do we find in these towns? We find that is a large forts. What we find? Large forts. And also we find the large buildings which are called barracks. Barracks means that is important buildings for soldiers, residing places for soldiers. What are barracks? Large buildings for staying soldiers. So in that way, forts, large buildings which are called barracks, the staying places for the soldiers, and also large markets, rest houses, all these you can find in the capital. And third important thing what you find here, these capitals, all these places actually attracted the tourists, the religious people, traders, business people, the places, the people who come from other countries. In such a way, the capital towns actually attracted different sections of people for visiting those places and also as well as for their livelihood. In such a way, the capital towns became very famous during medieval period. And finally, you want to see one important thing. In that way, the capital towns became the center for social, economic, and political life of people. So that is the importance of capital towns. So the capital towns, which worked as important centers, particularly during medieval period, they have mentioned few important places here: Delhi, Ajmer, Agra, Lahore, Fatehpur Sikri. So you have to know few things regarding this Ajmer. Ajmer, the important place where you can find this, you can find in Rajasthan, where you can find it Rajasthan. So even in how it is famous during medieval period, and now also how it is famous means very particularly this, in this place you can find Brahma temple. What is that? Brahma temple. That's why this Ajmer comes in a temple town also. Brahma temple. So you cannot find Brahma temple in the world. Except Ajmer. That is important. So except Ajmer, you cannot find Brahma temple in the world. So you can find Brahma temple, and also in Ajmer they conduct a camel fair. So in that way, Ajmer is also important capital town, which acted as a capital town for Rajputs, and also which is important temple town also. And Fatehpur Sikri, particularly I will explain about Fatehpur Sikri in the new town. We will see that. So this is about capital town. Now coming to the temple town. Temple towns, some they have mentioned here. Second important one, temple towns and pilgrimage centers. So what actually come here? They have mentioned Vrindavan, which you can find in Uttar Pradesh. See here, Vrindavan, which is also called Vrindavan. The importance of Vrindavan is the place where, that is Krishna, Lord Krishna actually stays, which is very near to Mathura. What is that? Mathura, which is also called Mathura, which you can find in Uttar Pradesh. Vrindavan. Next, Tirupati. Next, Ajmer. Next, Varanasi. So in that way, these are all important places, particularly which come under the temple towns and pilgrimage centers. Remember, some I have mentioned: the Vrindavan, which is very near to Mathura, Tirupati, Ajmer, and Varanasi. And I already told you about Ajmer, the only place where you can get the Brahma temple. Of course, you can find the temples for Lord Venkateshwara in different places. You can find temples for Shiva, but you can find temple for Brahma only in Ajmer. And Tirupati, that is where you can tell the abode of Lord Venkateshwara. And Vrindavan, the place where the Krishna actually stays. And Varanasi, which is a sacred place for Hindus. The holy place for Hindus. How actually Muslims feel that once in their lifetime they have to visit Makkah. In the same way, what Hindus also feel that once in their lifetime they have to visit Varanasi in order to get moksha. So in what way these places, the temple towns plays important role in the medieval period. Particularly, these temple towns were the centers for the political as well as social life. So temple towns also played very important role in the medieval period. Particularly, the political life. How these were the centers for political life means that even the rulers also used to discuss some of the important issues in the temples itself. Some of the judgments were given in the temples itself. Because of these, they became very famous. And also, how these were maintained means by the grants which were given, particularly land grants. What are those? Land grants. Land grants, that means some lands were given for those temples in order to maintain those temples, and also some of the donations which were given by the rich people, wealthy people. In such a way those temples were maintained earlier times. And that is important thing. So the second important one, temple towns are pilgrimage centers, and how the capital towns attracted different sections of people. Even the pilgrimage centers or temple towns also attracted different sections of people, like artisans, business people. All these people were attracted by these temple towns. Some people used to visit those places, some people stayed there for their livelihood. In that way, temple towns plays very important role in the history. So I want to mention one more important thing regarding Varanasi, that is even you can find Vishwanatha temple. That is Lord Vishwanatha. That is Ishvara. Vishwanatha temple in Varanasi. And even one of the oldest universities of India, that is Hindu Benares University. That is Benares University. Varanasi is also called Benares. You should know that. So Benares University actually you can find in Varanasi. That is Benares, Varanasi are same. Even in our Hindu mythology, you can find Varanasi was mentioned as Kasi. What is that? Kasi. So that is about temple towns and pilgrimage centers. Now coming to the trade towns. Third one, trade towns. What is third one? Trade towns. So not only the capital towns, not only the temple towns, you can find some of the towns which are very famous for two activities: trading activities and markets. Trading activities and markets. What are those? They have mentioned few important trade towns. Here those are, the first one is Ahmedabad, Surat, Murshidabad, all these important places: Ahmedabad, Surat, Murshidabad, and even Dhaka also. Try to understand. Four places I have mentioned: Ahmedabad, Surat, Murshidabad, Dhaka. So Dhaka is the capital for Bangladesh, present Bangladesh, which is very famous, which is very important center for jute industry. That is textile industry. Jute is one of the textiles. The textiles: cotton textile, silk textile, woolen textile, jute textile, synthetic textile. So Dhaka is famous for jute textile, earlier times, now also. Murshidabad, even, which is very famous, which you can find in Uttar Pradesh. That is very important place for textile industry. Surat and Ahmedabad, both you can find in Gujarat, which are very famous for textile industry. So the trading activities and markets, these are very famous for trading activities and markets. So how these became famous? Because of trading activities, because of large markets. You cannot find those huge large markets in other parts of India. So that is about trade towns. Not only even that, some towns, particularly port towns. What are the port towns? Those towns became famous because of maritime trade. What are those? The one is Vizag, and the second one they have given Broch, which is also called Bharuch. Next Cochin. Next Combe. Remember this. These are the port towns. Port towns means what? The towns which are situated beside the sea. Visakhapatnam you can find in Andhra Pradesh, where you can find the largest shipyard in India, that is Hindustan Shipyard, located in Vizag. And Broch, the old name of, the present name is Bharuch. The present name is Bharuch. The old name of Bharuch was Broch, which you can find in Gujarat. Combe, which you can find in Gujarat. And Cochin, which you can find in Kerala. And Cochin, which is also called Kochi, you can find one of the important ports of India, seaports. So how these towns became very famous during medieval period, during history, and also particular now also, these became very famous because of the maritime trade. Maritime trade means what? A trade which actually takes place on the ocean, on the water. That is about port towns. And these towns, whenever different traders, different business people began to arrive, began to stay in these places became larger and larger. This is about trade towns. And fourth one is new towns. Fourth one is new towns. What are the new towns? See, some of the towns were founded by the rulers in their lifetime, particularly under new towns you can find, that is Shahjahanpur. Shahjahanpur. This is first one. Shahjahanpur, Shahjahanabad, particularly Shahjahanabad, which was founded by Shah Jahan in 1639 AD. Right, and understand the first important one, Shahjahanabad, which was founded by Shah Jahan in 1639, which is now called Old Delhi. What it is? Old Delhi. Actually, Delhi comprises two, Old Delhi and New Delhi. So what was Old Delhi? Shahjahanabad, which was developed by Shah Jahan, 1639. See, these new towns were founded by the rulers for their administrative convenience, for their administrative purpose. What actually these towns had? These towns actually had forts. For example, in Old Delhi only you find that is Red Fort. The used buildings for the staying, the rulers, officers, rest houses, all these were found in their new towns. In that way, Shahjahanabad was constructed by Shah Jahan. The second one, Fatehpur Sikri. Fatehpur Sikri, another important town which was built by Akbar. So in order to memorize, that is Sheikh Salim Chishti, the Sufi saint Salim Chishti. Sufi saint. So in order to give respect, in order to admire Sufi saint Salim Chishti, he constructed a new capital, that is Fatehpur Sikri, by Akbar. Akbar constructed Fatehpur Sikri. This is another important town. So in that way, not only that capital towns, the temple towns, pilgrimage centers, trade towns, new towns were also constructed by the rulers for their administrative convenience. These also became famous during medieval period. And all these places, particularly Shahjahanabad or Fatehpur Sikri, you can find mosques, you can find rest houses, you can find huge buildings for staying the administrative officers. And what about the other important? They have mentioned about particularly Machilipatnam, Surat and Hampi. We will see that in the next video. Thank you.